The most power you will ever have in life is the ability to detach. Not to be the type of person that can't form attachments, but the type of person that's able to detach temporarily to give you a different perspective, right? And most people, when we're dating people, just in general, the most what people fear most is someone who is able to detach even though they're attached to you, right? Is someone who could go from deep attachment to complete detachment. And that process is not easy, but in that process doesn't indicate you have coldness to you. That process indicates that there's power in you. And paradoxically, people become attracted to that, right? Because at the end of the day, the end game in life in general is to detach, right? To detach yourself from your belief system and from life, not completely, but temporarily, as a way to see things for more with more clarity. In other words, to be able to see things as they are, right? Why? Because most of the time we see the situations from the point of view of our ego, right? And as a result, our emotions color our perception, and that makes us more susceptible to manipulation. That causes people to have more power over us, right? So whenever you display detachment or the ability to detach, because it's not just about detaching, it's about being willing and being able to detach. It's the threat of detachment that makes people chase you. Why? Well, for the simple fact that people take that personal. The fact that you cannot attach, the fact that they cannot detach you from something that you love to completely monopolize your love and attention hurts a lot of people's ego. People want your full attention. People want you to be obsessed with them. And when they don't get that sense that you're not going towards that place, that sense of like obsession where you can't even think straight, that does offend people and that does make them chase harder, right? There's an element that says that you have high self-esteem when you are able to detach. And this is why. Because when you cannot detach, when you're unable to detach from someone, all of your nonverbal cues and all of your behavior changes to the negative. Your nonverbal cues will show that you're not willing to walk away. Your reaction will show that they have power over you. And people get corrupted with power. Too much power, unconditional power, which in this case is I like this person too much, I can't leave them, right? So you have to understand is that you see most of the problems we have in life and most of the situations that we have, most of the problems we have in dating, a lot of the times comes from social interactions and comes from our inability to detach. And the reason why is because you are a completely different person when you're with someone who you are able to walk away even though it might hurt versus with someone who you can't walk away from. You are a completely different person. As an example is this: you're dating someone and one day you wake up and you see them and they're tired of your bullshit. You can't really sense why they're tired of why they're done with your bullshit. You can sense it in the coldness in the way that they speak to you, in the way that they talk to you, and in the way that they react to you. It's almost like they're a different person, and we've experienced that when we date people who all of a sudden stop liking us. It's almost like they're just different. You're like, what the fuck? Like, you're not even the same person, right? And that's what happens when you detach. And one of the ways to do this is to literally tell people you've detached. Literally tell people that you have gone from liking someone to not liking someone. That literally that telling them that is all you need. And as long as you don't like, as long as you're not too, as long as you don't show those desperate creepy zoid type of energy, which is usually in your nonverbal cues, when your nonverbal cues are really fast, like you react fast, right? You go from this to this really quickly. When they speak, you respond fast. When they text, you respond fast. When they do something wrong and hurt your feelings, you show those emotions too much. There's no constraint in your nonverbal cues. There's no ability to control yourself. There's no slowness. It's all quick reactions. All of those things indicates that you can't detach, because those quick reactions are it's just anxiety. You're so aware of every little thing that's happening that your reaction time is quicker. But that actual awareness comes because you are anxious. You are not afraid to walk away. But what happens when you detach, there's an aloofness to you. It's almost like you're just letting life happen. It's like an aloofness. And people sense that energy it'll indicate to them that you're willing to walk away, and they don't think that. They don't say, "Oh my God, look at her being aloof. That means, oh, look at him being aloof. That means he's willing to walk away." No, it just comes across as attractive.
All right, people, if you guys enjoy that type of content, if you guys want to work with me one-on-one, and you guys have some situations you guys want me to answer, maybe somebody's playing you, maybe somebody doesn't like you, maybe you want to make somebody like you, maybe you want to tell me your situation and see what I think, you guys can click on the description down below and purchase a one-on-one phone coaching call with me that is completely confidential and nobody knows about it. And there I'll be able to give you my personal opinion about your situation. And at the end of the day, when you work with me, you're gonna get answers, all right? The point is that you're not gonna waste your time. If you guys want to do that, click on the description down below. Those are the one-on-one private confidential phone calls. And if you guys want to be able to, for me to answer your questions, like you see in my videos where I answer questions, you guys can book an email coaching session, which is more affordable, and you guys can change things around and nobody will know it's you. And there you'll be able to get a one-on-one type of coaching, and I'll be able to post it on YouTube. And the beauty about it is that nobody finds out, because you could just change your name, people. You say you're in China, I'm gonna say you're in Australia. Nobody's gonna find out, people. Now, I wanna make it clear. The private one-on-one phone call are private, confidential. The email coaching calls, as you guys can see, are things that I post on YouTube. They're more affordable, and they let me post a video on it. As long as you change things around, nobody will know it's you. So don't be shy, man. I love working with people, and at the end of the day, it's my passion to help people. You guys have no idea how happy this makes me to be able to help you guys at an individual basis. And at the end of the day, you're gonna get my honest advice. A lot of people bullshit you just to bring you back as a customer. If you guys are looking for that honest advice, this is the guy for you, okay? See you guys.